my tablet? Oh, here it is. All right. Okay, there we go. Now I got what I need. Let me get this set up here. Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to see what you guys are saying. Okay, and there it is. Perfect. Okay. Now I'll be able to see the chat. We'll put that there. That's good. All right. Excellent. So what's up? We're going to have a bacon breakfast, and I'm going to share my thoughts on what's going down with Lorcana, since that is the talk of the town right now, and always talking about magic can get kind of boring. So Lorcana is a nice little side thing to discuss here. All right, let me get the bacon going first thing. That's the most important thing, is my breakfast. That's my breakfast. And then once I got the meat in the pan, we'll do our hellos. I'll say hello to the chatterification people. All right. Looks like the bacon's gonna be all right. This is a new pack that I'm opening up. Sometimes you get an unfortunate pack, but not today. Not today. Okay. Degrease the fingers. It's too bad you guys aren't like here in the kitchen, because if you were in the kitchen, then I could reward the 10 most loyal and obedient of you by letting you suck my fingers and thumbs. You know what I mean? I could put my fingers and thumbs out like this, covered in bacon grease, and you could all flitter up like little hummingbirds, and I'll be like on my fingers. Okay. Let's get this put away. All right, bacon is in the pan. Wow, look how big the clamps look. Look at how gigantic they look. All right. Flip the burner on, make sure it's not the wrong burner so I don't melt my camera stand or anything like that. That's good. All right. All right. So let's switch it into proper chat so it's not just showing the top messages. All right, who do we got in here? What up? Beasley, Graves, Jess, Gianna, Dunn, Mendoza, Hopkins, Hernandez, TMSQ, Eng, Carey, Merfolk Bear, Plague, Canuck, Millmaster, Radical, and yeah, I guess that's the non-lurkers who are here in the stream. So hello to you. Hello to the lurkers. 11's the lucky one who gets the grease spilled on your pants. Oh, we can make it more than 11, bro. I could who wants to suck my grease-soaked knees? Who needs it? Ha! Okay, that's terrible. All right, so what's going down with Lorcana right now? Well, they're obviously in mega hype mode, right? Lorcana release, this is like Lorcana release weekend, and only local gaming stores can get Lorcana at this point, right? Like, nobody else can sell Lorcana at this point, but that is short-lived. So right now, you've got a huge frenzy of people looking to get boxes, and there is a ton of speculative flipping. So using the example of 2 stores in my area, and I'm going to talk like roughly about what's going on. So you have one store that's acting locally, and one store that's acting like global online. So the way that they're operating is wildly different in terms of pricing structure and what they're doing. So the one that's selling online doesn't care who the customer is just straight up, give me the money, I could care less. Are you 3 wolves in a coat? Buy it. You got the money, you can have it. I don't care, right? The other game store is like, yo, I don't want to sell these to flippers. I want people to actually play this game, so I'm looking to sell it to people who are going to be players. So their approach is, like the online guys, selling it for like $3.50 a box. The in-person is like $2.10 a box. So there's a huge difference between the two. But the in-person, the store where it's trying to sell it to everybody in the local area, is like, I will not sell you a box with the pull tab sealed. The pull tab gets pulled on every single box in store so that you don't turn around and sell it for more online. And then he's explaining the reason that he's doing it to people. And as far as I'm concerned, both approach, it's your business. You choose how you want to do it. If you want to go, yo, I'm purely about the money, I don't care. I'm going to get as much money as I can. That's why I opened my business. Fine. That's why you opened your business. Nobody can tell you otherwise. And if you turn around and go, well, actually, I opened an LGS because I want to run a full-on hobby store, and I don't care about online sales. I don't really do them. I like to do it in person, and I'm going to do everything I can to foster that. That's a perfectly valid option, too. Going, no, I sell it way cheaper, but you can't have it sealed. Don't like it? You're probably trying to make money off it, and I don't care because that's not what I'm here to help you do, right? Both approaches are legitimate as far as I'm concerned. You do what you want with your business in that regard. The customers can decide what they want to engage with, and everything is up front. There's no shady undercurrents where you're lying to your customers. So as long as you're up and up with your business, then people can decide whether they want to do it or not, right? And I know there are people who would lie about being scalpers and be like, no, I really love the game. I just want to buy 8 boxes right now. And it's like, okay, I'm going to pull the pull tabs. What? No! And it's like, I thought you said you love the game. I do. I love making money off of it, right? Like, the people, if you're about to take the box home and open it anyways, somebody pulling the pull tab doesn't do anything. It's not like these are potato chips and they're less fresh. And if you want to use it as a potato chip analogy, this is like a box of Halloween potato chip bags. And he's like, yo, I'm going to open the outer box. None of the potato chip bags. I'm going to open the outer box. I'm going to tear a hole in it so you can't resell it for an increased price. And be like, no! Then it's like, well, clearly you just want to be able to flip the money and you're angry. But I mean, people get angry about everything. There are people who have nothing to do with Lorcana just running the greedy LGSs. And it's like, some LGSs are greedy, some aren't. People genuinely believe that Wizards of the Coast, some of them, believe that Wizards of the Coast makes all their products for the same price. Like, there are some people out there who think that Wizards sells to distributors boxes of things like Wild of Eldraines and Commander Masters for the exact same price. And the LGSs just go, oh, we're going to sell this one for $600 even though we could sell it for $200. And it's like, no. Wizards got rid of MSRP, but that's just so they could sell at higher prices to distributors, and then the distributors pass those higher prices on. There's like a 10% profit margin on Magic boxes, bro. So, but people bought it. They believe it, right? Like, especially when people are like just like totally focused on getting as much as they can and just going like, no, nothing I do is wrong. Nothing I do is greedy, but what you do is greedy. I need to make money off of my hobby. So the LGS making money and not leaving any room for me is them being greedy. And it's like, they barely make any profit, bro. They barely make any profit. And you wouldn't feel the same way about like, yo, when I go into the sports store to buy soccer gear, excuse me, but when I buy this soccer gear, it has to be worth more than I paid. You know that, right? And if it isn't, you're greedy. You're a greedy business. It's like, sorry, I thought this was like your hobby and you would like pay to do it. No, it's a jobby and it makes me money. Oh, okay. Are you a soccer player? I don't even know anymore. Yeah. Millmaster says, last week they're like, fuck greedy Wizards, go buy Lorcana. This week it's like, fuck greedy Lorcana and LGSs. Yeah, bro, I saw somebody on the MTG Finance Reddit complaining about Lorcana pre-orders getting canceled, where the store owner is basically like, hey, we're going to open these boxes. If you want to buy it, I can honor your pre-orders, but we're going to open the boxes so they don't get scalped. And then the guy, it's like, or if you say no to that, then we're going to cancel your pre-orders. That's it. Like, you have two options. Either you get it at the cheap price, a pre-opened box, not pre-opened boosters, just pre-opened box, or we cancel your order and you can wait until more stuff comes in because there's this big frenzy and we're not feeding into the scalping. And so some guy who literally is like, he puts this big thread up complaining about it, and people are like, you're butthurt that you're like, you were trying to scalp it. And he's like, I wasn't trying to scalp it. I don't buy, collect, or play trading card games. And it's like, what are you fucking doing here? Either you're a liar or you're fucking brain damaged. Which is it? Which is it? Either you're a complete fucking liar and you're trying to flip this stuff for money and you're just pretending that you weren't now because everybody's going, boo-hoo, little bitch, you don't get to make money. Oh, the store's running their business in a way that's actively set out to stop you from gouging the market. Oh, let me get the tiniest bit of I'll play a violin for you, right? Like, for real. And then the response is, nah, I don't play, trade, or collect. So let me get this straight. You don't play any card games. You don't collect them. You're not trying to flip them. Any of that. And yet somehow, when you're unhappy about Lorcana, instead of ending up on, I don't know, a big Lorcana Reddit, you're on the Magic the Gathering financial Reddit, which is specifically about trying to spec and make money on Magic. And you're going here to complain about it? Sorry, how did you zero in on this tiny little Reddit for one particular card game in the finance subsphere? Like, how did you get here to complain about this? You got here because you're a fucking liar. You're a liar, and you didn't even start out saying that. You just started saying it in response to people going, yo, you're a flipper, bro. You're a flip. Nah, I'm just really, really angry about this thing that has nothing to do with me. The store owner's doing it to be a scumbag and just trying to make the most money. And it's like, didn't he offer to sell it to you at the original agreed price of whatever and not the inflated price? Yeah, but he's just saying that so you'll say, no, I don't want the box open so we can resell it. Is he? Because it seems to me like if he wanted to cancel people's orders to resell them, he could just send an email saying, we're canceling your order due to allocation. So the mental gymnastics that are required to jump around and get to, oh, he's doing something wrong. He's offering it to you at the price. Yeah, but he's going to open the box. Yeah, that doesn't matter unless you're a scalper. Oh, I don't even have anything to do with card games. Oh, okay, well then take it from people who have things to do with card games. This doesn't matter. No! And it's just like, what does it matter with you, bro? Like, he was like a dog with a bone. He was responding to so many people's comments and just being like, no, I don't want to flip it. I don't collect, play, or interact with card games at all. I'm a board game player. What is this? Like, what is this? What are you doing? This is insane, right? You just go, like, for real, do you have brain damage, bro? Because that's what it seems like. Like, are you just lying to try and save your image in front of these people? Because I got news for you. It's not working. Nobody's thinking like, well, you know what? I guess this guy isn't. Everybody thinks you're a scalper. Because if you're not a scalper, then you're a complete fucking idiot loser. Don't you realize that in this situation, it's better to be a scalper who's upset about this because at least it's understandable than you being a complete clown in here and nobody being able to understand what your motivation is or how you ended up in the Magic Finance Reddit, a Reddit dedicated specifically to making money off of one particular card game? It's like, what? Brent says, now perp, be fair to the man. He could be brain dead and an idiot. 24 hours later, that same guy listed 76 booster packs on single on eBay for double price. It screams you're a flipper and you're butthurt about the money that you thought you had made, and now that it's gone, you're throwing a fit. But you know if you admit the reason, then everybody will go, boo-hoo, you little bitch. You didn't get the reaction you expected. You expected everyone to go, rabble, rabble, rabble. But instead, even the guys who are about Magic Finance were all like, yo, fuck you, scalper. And it's just like, what? And it's like, yeah, fuck you, scalper. You're not doing any work. Like, scalping Lorcana isn't doing any work, bro. You're just going, hey, I just noticed that a bunch of people want this stuff, and I'm not part of the distribution chain. I'm not a player of the game. I don't help the game's ecosystem in any way, but I'd absolutely love to just get in the middle and get a bunch of unearned, like, money, basically, because, well, these people couldn't get it, and I walked in here and got it, and now I'm going to sell it online. I hate that shit. I hate it. It's one thing if you know about a game, and you sit there and go, you know, these cards, I could see these being used in these decks. I'm going to pick up a handful of them. Maybe they go up in value. Cool. That kind of like speculation and stuff like that, I'm down with. But this just, I have no interest in this. I'm here to squat on it and try and scrape money off the top. Go fuck yourself, dude. So yeah, this guy thought he was going to come in and be like, hey, and then people are like, yo, screw you, homie. You were greedy and you didn't get what you wanted. Nobody cares. And he's like, no, I wasn't greedy. It's principle. It's principle. The store owner's a scumbag who's just trying to get people to cancel the order so he can resell it for higher. You're trying to resell it for higher. You could get the boxes at whatever price, and I guarantee you that anybody who's just there, like, for me, if I walked in and it was like, yo, here's the thing, bro. We got the newest Magic hotness, and I know I said I'd sell it to you for $200, but it's selling for $400 online right now. So here's the thing. I don't want anybody selling it online for $400. I want the players to have it. So here's what I'm doing. I'll literally let you have it for $200. But what I'm doing is I'm just taking the plastic outer wrap off the box because I don't want it to be resellable. Is that fine by you? And I'm like, of course it's fine by me. I don't give a shit. I just want the packs. I just want to play the cards. I don't need to take the plastic off. It's not like you've messed with my box. You're literally doing it right in front of me. So why would I care? Because I just want to open these packs when I go home or in the back of the shop. The only people who are going to care are people who are like, no, I need to maintain it in saleable condition, right? With the odd exception for like the 0.1% of people out there who are box collectors who collect sealed boxes. But you'll be able to get that no problem in a couple of weeks because the grand Lorcana crash is going to come. These prices ain't sustainable. It's built up off of a lack of supply right now because LGSs were told that they would get early access because they're going, yo, let's reach out to the LGSs. Let's not pull a Wizards and just send everything to the Targets and the Walmarts first. So Target and Walmart, they get all their stuff. They get that in like 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, all the big box stores are going to be flooded with these boxes. People are going to be able to get them. A bunch of people are going to start actually opening them for play, going to figure out what's actually even worth having in the game, and all of a sudden, shit's just going to tank. It's going to tank, right? Into more reasonable levels for people. Brent, your local store is strictly limiting quantities to draft event attendees and using a raffle system to give people first right of refusal for some of the accessories. Smart. You have to find ways to do things. If you just let the first person with money walk in, they will literally obliterate what you have going on. People will come in and buy up your entire stock of something so they can try and flip it online. And then it's just like, well, you're a business. You got what you wanted for it in terms of pay. And it's like, well, no, I'm actually trying to build a community of players who will continue to buy and support this game. I'm not about that. I'm only here to basically, like, you could do what I'm doing. That's the thing about these stores is any store that you can go in and buy and flip it, they could literally just list it themselves online for that much. So why wouldn't they? And just be like, no, this is the way, or I'll sell it for that price. Why will I get, no, forget it. Like, I'm literally going to give you a $150 discount and you're going to throw a fit that the tab is pulled. You don't deserve it. I'd have no problems being like, yo, eat it. I saw another post where this guy was losing it on a store owner where he's just like, basically like, you're telling me that you only have one box for me? I paid you in advance for multiple boxes, and you said you'd have them. And he's basically just sent out one of these emails that happens to store owners all the time. Yo, our allocation got cut. So you're still going to get your boxes, but I'm only going to be able to give you this much at first. And the guy basically is like, there's no way that happened. There's no way you didn't know, and there's no way your allocation got cut. And so the store owner was like, okay, I'm just canceling your order. You're a dick, and I'm not doing business with you. That's what you get. Store owners don't owe you a fucking thing. People don't seem to get this. No business owes you the right to shop there. Nobody has to put up with your bullshit at all. You were going to buy a product, now you're not, because you're not even allowed to shop here anymore. I fully endorse that mentality, 100%, because these people need an attitude adjustment. Listen, just because you have money and are a customer, potential customer, doesn't mean you're entitled to somebody selling you anything. They don't have to put up with your shit. The customer is always right is a crack-headed mentality, and that's what allows people to go into like, oh, I'm just going to walk into this fast food restaurant and be an asshole to the person behind the customer. It's the same insane concept that makes people come on YouTube videos and go, I'm going to spam out this nonsense. Listen, dickhead, just because you watch my video, I don't owe you shit. If you watch my video and liked it, that means you owe me something. That's how that works. I've done something for you. So if you watched my video and liked most of it and didn't like something, shut up, idiot. I gave you a bunch of stuff you liked and you didn't like this part. Go away, dumb. But yeah, people this mentality is everywhere. It's everywhere. People will literally leave comments on my video. This is the first time they're commenting. I've been watching you for months and I love what you do, but I hate this one thing. Well, you should probably shut up about it then, because guess what, bro? That's all I see is the negative part. I see you as a person who all of the positivity doesn't matter because you never showed up to share that when you were enjoying yourself. You're only putting it there at the beginning as a cushion to be like, I'm not just a complainer, but you are. Because the only time you spoke up was to complain. No YouTuber owes you anything. The number of people who think, I'm entitled to leave my comments, you're absolutely not. You're absolutely not. You can be removed like that instantaneously. In fact, YouTube does it itself. It just deletes people's comments and put them in the held zone. So yeah, like nobody owes you anything in life. Wandering around, going into a store and acting pissy, bro, you don't deserve to be sold things. People think, well, I have $2 and this is $2. Yeah, more goes into it. There are people. You want to live in a world of robots where you can yell at robots? Cool. But people are people. Nobody has to serve you anywhere. You're not like, you don't have the legal right to go to any businesses and just be like, you have to serve me no matter what a dick I am, right? But on YouTube, people, some guy comes along and it's like, stop deleting my comments. It shows you can't handle criticism. And I was like, bro, I didn't even delete your comments. I don't recognize your name. And if I did recognize your name for annoying me, when I do you know what I do? I don't delete comments. I remove people when you get to that level. So you'd already be banned and I wouldn't even see this comment. And let me explain something to you, son. No YouTuber is ever going to be reading a comment and go, wow, this guy's unpleasant. I should remove his comment or him. And then go, wait, he might think that I can't handle criticism. I guess I'll let him continue to be an awful piece of garbage to me. And then I finished it off with, nobody owes you the right to complain on their videos. And that is something a bunch of people don't seem to understand. That's a luxury you are granted. It's not a right. If it was a right, I couldn't take it away like that, but I can. So guess what? That's not a right, son. Here's what you have the right to do. You have the right to comport yourself as an adult and participate. You have the right to control yourself, and that's it. Idiots leaving comments going, I'm entitled to my opinion. You are, and I'm entitled to mute you from existence on my channel. See how that works? Funny. See, your shit ends right where mine begins. That's how that starts, right? I'm here doing all the work. I'm here entertaining people. I'm here doing it. You're in the comment section complaining, bro. I wouldn't put up with that shit from my fucking patrons who are paying me, and you're not even paying me and expect me to change what I do. So this like customer is always right mentality bleeds into everything, where it's like, you owe me. I don't owe you shit, bitch. Like, even if you think that your view is value and you're giving me something, well, then it's a fair exchange. You watch the video, I got a view. Transaction's done. As soon as you act like a dickhead, get fucked. Get out. Like, if you think that I'm putting up with your shit, I'm not. Desolator says, bacon level sponsor, I heart the tasty pigos. Bro, it's amazing that Desolator showed up because he is one of the people who helped me to form my philosophy on how to handle people on YouTube. Because it's funny that I'm saying I don't owe you anything and talked about how easy it is to ban people. Because originally, I lost sleep over banning people. For real, right? And and then Desolator was just like this. Yo, you know what? I don't like that sentence you put there. Forget it. You're banned. Like, he would ban people. What I thought was a drop of a hat. I thought he was too reactive, honestly. I was like, yo, he is 100% hyper reactive. But then I realized, nope, he knows the true path. He knows what's up. You don't put up with bullshit from anybody because you don't have to, right? On top of that, the biggest, most eye-opening thing was there's this guy, Grizz, right? And Desolate, actually, I think that you've become a little more light with your bannings. Earlier, years ago, you were a little more, I've been in your streams, and you don't do it as much, but regardless, I learned from you, because there was a guy, remember that stream you came into? And the one guy was like, I know you can't see this Desolator, but I hate you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he can see you, bro. Just because you're banned on his channel doesn't mean he can't see you in the chat. So what's happened right now is the equivalent of, we're all in a room and you just turn to the guy standing beside you and went, I know you can't see me and don't know I'm here, but I hate your fucking guts. And it's like, he can see you, bro. He can see you. But this same dude would lament about how he was banned on Desolator's channel, right? And it's just like, oh, so somebody can ban you on the channel, and then you'll realize you're actually missing out on getting to interact. So being banned is a life lesson. And I thought back to like years and years and years ago where I made a terrible impression on a guy who was running a D&D campaign, and he was a very nice guy in the way that he handled it. He was very blunt with me. My friends were playing his D&D campaign. I was like, yo, can I play in the D&D campaign? And he said, no, I don't like your personality. I think you're rude. I don't like the way you carry on. I don't enjoy playing Magic with you, and I don't want you in my Dungeons and Dragons campaign. And like, for real, it hurt to hear it. Like, my ego initially reacted with, fuck you, man, because that's what you do, right? You're taken aback, like, oh. But like, for real, after I thought about it, I'm like, he's absolutely right. I was unpleasant in a bunch of ways. Like, a bunch of people liked me, some people didn't like me, and I had it coming. And that's what happens. If people don't like you, they will exclude you based on what you've done. So I just went, oh, so if I ban people, but they actually like it here, they might take that as a sign that they should improve what they're doing. Because I've seen comments from people on the other end of the scale that drove me crazy. I actually outright banned the guy. It was like, he had been leaving, I guess, some like dickhead comments for a while, and I just deleted him without really letting him like bother me or whatever, but I kind of vaguely remembered his name. So he was already on the edge of, maybe you're gonna get your ass banned, right? And then he leaves a comment, and it blew my mind. It was so self-centered and clueless, where he's like, yo, I've been watching you for a long time and leaving like really like shitty comments and whatever, and you know, I've realized that you're actually a really cool dude, and like, I like you now. And then instead of following that up with self-reflection, where he's like, you know, maybe I should learn to not be a dick to other people at the beginning because I might like them. Instead, he goes like, YouTubers have to put up with a lot from me to earn my respect. And like, he's like this crucible, like he's the fires that YouTubers are forged in. And I'm just like, man, how clueless can you be? In his head, it's like, I love this, I love you. And it's like, yeah, but to me, you're a piece of shit, bro. Like, see, I've overcome your dislike with constant, here you go, oh, he's funny, oh, he's saying worthwhile things. All you've done is be a dick. And now somehow you think that we're cool because you're cool with me. But if it was in person and you open your mouth to say hello to me, I'd spit straight into your mouth, bro. For real. Like, so, yeah, you think we're friends, but I think you're worthless. So at that point, I'm like, oh, you get a ban now. You're banned. Fuck you, dude. Like, that's crazy. You're literally jerking yourself off about being a dickhead to people. Your lack of fucking self-awareness is astounding, and mankind would be better off if you didn't exist. For real, for real. That's crazy. Literally typing out this insane nonsense like he's pleased about it. Bro, you're a fucking clownish loser, and I have no respect for you. And you know what? You're so worthless, I'm not even going to respond to tell you that. You're so far gone, I'm just icing you out of existence. So have fun enjoying my videos and leaving whatever. You could be praising me. I'll never hear from you again. I don't give a shit. That shit's wild. Wild, man. People are fucking idiots. Entitled assholes. Not everybody, obviously, but damn, man. Damn. So yeah, exclusion is a valuable lesson that you can teach people, right? Desolator says, the world revolves around me. Angry 13-year-olds on YouTube. You know what, bro? I could accept it. I could accept it if it was just 13-year-olds. I genuinely could. I'd be like, okay, I can handle this. They're dumb. They're dumb kids. But the thing is, I know for a fact a bunch of these people are 40, 50. It's fucking pathetic. It's fucking pathetic, bro. I can't believe the way that people carry on online. Like, I act the same way in person and online. I'm the same guy. There isn't the online version of me where I change all this kind of stuff. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Like, I fully expect that young kids, teenagers are always super self-obsessed. We all are. That's how we're wired. The only ones who aren't are ones who have had really, really, really bad childhoods. So they were robbed of their childhood and forced into adulthood. We are all selfish teenager idiots, for sure. That's how it works. That's normal. I don't have a problem with that. That's normal human development. You can't have a proper sense of sonder until you've had proper human experience. And when someone else is taking care of all your problems, you can't have a proper human experience. So you can't suffer the way you need to suffer to understand others, right? Young Mike was a selfish jackass, right? Now I'm just a jackass. And I'm sure I've got levels of selfishness. We all do. That's how you get through life. But it's tempered with the fact that everybody else exists and matters, right? So I can handle kids like that. But people who are older and still just give in to this mentality online where they're like, this is where I can throw fits. Grow the fuck up, dude. What is the matter with you? It's crazy. It's crazy. Because those kids, I assume, will grow out of it. I don't know. I met a Twitterite in real life, like a full-on Twitterite in real life, where the first thing they said to me was the equivalent of a Twitter bio. Like, we're talking all of it. We're talking, here's my pronouns. Here's all of the mental conditions that I have, and then proceeded to talk about how people ask why you want so many labels and stuff, and I'm just like, I fundamentally don't understand you. This is crazy to me. You're literally like what I've seen in Twitter, and I was like, I've never seen it in real life, and I saw it in real life and was like, wow, life is going to be so hard for you. You're incredibly self-centered, like way more than a normal person of your age. It's astounding, like astounding. Crazy. No problem in trying to inflict, like, yo, this is how you need to converse and all of this stuff. And it's like desperate to make friends, but completely not understanding that the way that they interact precludes that from happening. Where it was literally like, we started talking to the person, like, because we were out in public, and they started talking to us in this place we were hanging out. And I was just like it was like 2 sentences in, and my brain went, go into minimal response mode, do not engage. And so I would just give the briefest of nods or an that's it. I still try and be polite in society. I'm like, most of the time, unless somebody's really pushing me to a certain threshold, I won't just walk. But I've done that. If somebody pushes it too far, and I'm like, I'm not even telling them I'm leaving. I'm just walking away from this conversation. But I rarely do that. So I was tolerating it. Carly was actively engaging, and I'm just like, oh, please don't become her friend. Oh, I hope she doesn't become her friend. And then Carly said, I don't remember exactly what it was, but the chick like corrected her because she found what Carly said offensive, and it absolutely wasn't. It was like totally, you know, the people who come online and are like, I can think of somebody who might be offended by what you're saying. She did that. She did that to Carly. And I was thinking in my head, like, I watched Carly's face shift, and I was just like, oh, she ain't gonna be your friend now. And so then Carly shifted into minimal response mode too. And the chick just couldn't figure out why she wasn't getting engagement from us. And it's like, because you only know how to interact online. And essentially, you want to be like a weird conversational bully with polite nonsense crap. And it's like, all right, the rules of the social structure go like this. Now you're somebody that will go, to, hi, have a nice day, and then walk on by, and we will literally avoid conversations with you at all, right? And God help you if you ever end up talking to me on the wrong day in the wrong place, because my politeness meter will drop, and at a certain point, I will tell you the truth. I'll be like, yo, just so you know, right now you're a caricature of a person. And most people won't tell you this. They're just going to stay quiet. If you wonder why you don't have any friends, it's because you are imposing yourself incredibly upon them. If you don't like what somebody says, or you think something they said could be offensive, here's what you do. Shut your fucking worthless mouth. Because they're not off there saying it to whoever might offend them. Like, might get offended by it. They're just talking to you. And unless it's genuinely hateful stuff, like if somebody's saying something like, yo, you're actually being a real racist, something like that, then you're like, yo, shut up. But if it's just corner case, well, I could think of somebody getting offended by that, why are you even speaking? You've trained yourself to look for things that people could get upset about and then go, here it is, hoping to get online clicks or something. That's not how you be a human. So, yeah, for real, I'm starting to enjoy hanging out with the elderly, bro. I went to an elderly barbecue, and these guys, nobody's got their cell phones out, nobody's complaining about dumb nonsense, nobody's getting all political. They were just listening to Elvis. Elvis has music about kissing his own cousins and stuff, and I think banging them. It's like, yo, what is this? But yeah, they were all just having a chill time with none of this nonsense. They're not caught up in the crazy, the garbo that the new generations are. But I feel sorry for them because they're being given like a messed up view of the world, right? And they have no idea. This girl doesn't know she's dreadful. Victim complex. It's victim points. She listed so many like conditions that she had. And I'm like, do you have all these? By the way, nobody does this. Nobody walks up and it's like, yo, I've got herpes and an anal fissure and I got a tumor in my brain. And like, it's like, what is this? Well, online, that's how, like, the more things that are wrong with you, the more you get to tell people what to do. And it's like, what is this? So yeah, have fun. We're not going to be your friends. Like, there's a small part of me that felt bad for it at first when I was like, kind of giving her the brush off. I'm like, I don't want to, but I don't want to be mean to you. And then that crap she pulled with Carly, I was just like, in my head I laughed. Yeah, exactly, Carrie. Same way as me, buddy. I'm not even bothered to engage with it. I'm just like, it's all good. It's all good. You think it's vitally important for people to get their phones out of their hands as much as possible, destroying social habits? Yeah, bro, you know what? I got this watch that lets me store music on it. So I try to take my phone with me less now when I go out. I'm like, I can just listen to music on this. I don't need my phone unless Carly needs to get a hold of me, right? Fellers, you fear for the future sometimes? Here's what's going to happen, bro. All these young ones, they're going to try and live like this for a while. But then they're going to just slowly but surely realize that it's not working. And they won't intentionally make these huge shifts. They will just subconsciously start to make shifts that make it easier to interact with people. And after a while, they'll be moved into a corrected line of thinking where they're just like, oh, yeah, in real life, you don't go around yelling about everything that's wrong with you and expect it. Like, that's not, what? It's so weird. The internet is so weird. Going to Twitter, like, it's like wearing a sign. I have all these conditions. Why? Why are you telling everybody this? Like, this is for your doctor. This is for you to get help and stuff. But, like, I don't even believe half of it. You start listening to all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't believe it. You seem like way more of a functional adult. And I think you're just making shit up and grabbing onto any little thing you can to wear it like a medal. And it's very confusing. What's this say here? Absolutely say feel bad. Someone made you feel bad about relating to someone? What? Yeah, I don't get how people got to where we are. Right? 100%. People collecting buzzwords. People like to be trendy. The kids are dumb. That's good. There's a new car, you have to put your phone in the slot to start the car and make it go, so you can't use a phone? Huh. Interesting. Right up until a serial murderer is coming to get you. Where's the cell phone? I gotta stick it in the slot. Oh no. Desolator. Desolator. Bro, you're right. You know what? That's the word she used. That's the word she used. She's like, I'm neurodivergent. And you know what I said to Carly? I'm like, that's the next one. And she's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, you know how they keep coming up with new terms for mentally disabled people? You're mentally disabled. You're special needs. And then they stop using them because they become derogatory terms? What's the next one, right? I mean, I'm neurodivergent. Okay, neuro. That's what's going to happen. That's how society operates. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. Desolator says, I'm an autistic geek. I got a YouTube channel and a high-paying IT job, so you all are peasants. I'm no victim. Like, here's the thing that I think they don't understand is that almost everybody, especially as you age, has something wrong with them. Everybody's fucked. Everybody. So by having diseases and problems, you're not special. You're just normal. Right? Like, the term neurodivergent is just a gigantic umbrella to say, you're not normal. Is anybody normal? Murphy, there's a million people online who identify as there's things called otherkin, which are people who are like, oh no, I'm not a furry because that's not special enough. So I'm actually rainkin. Sorry, what does that mean? It means like my spirit inside is rain. And I'm like, bro, look, man, I don't smoke crack. So can you just tell me what this is? Because I'm old man and out right now. Just tell me what this is. Well, like I have the spirit of a lion. What? You're like, no, you're not. You're not a furry. No, it's something different. I'm like a lion, and it's like, is this like when ancient barons and stuff took eagles and lions and dragons as their like house crest? Can't you just do that? Why the fuck are you being like, I have like a lion spirit? What does it mean? What does that? It means nothing. It means I'm special. Just go around yelling that. I'm special. Just do it. Just do it. Jeremy, yeah. It diminishes the people who have the real full-on problems to co-opt them to go, I'm special. I need attention. And it's like, you know, I've never met anybody in real life who acts that way over their medical conditions. Well, actually, I guess I shouldn't say that. I did meet that chick. That's crazy. So I see that as a byproduct of Twitter and the Wall-ification of society. So many people are falling into the trap of going, anything that comes inside my existence is under my purview and must be targeted towards me. So they're like, if YouTube suggested your video to me or I even see your thumbnail, everything you do has to be for me. No, bitch. That's not how life works. You're not special. In fact, you don't matter. Nobody does. Get that through your head. Nobody matters in the way you think they do. Everybody matters as a person. That's how that works. Nobody matters because they have a disease. Nobody matters because they're fucking disabled. They matter because they're fucking people. That's what makes them matter. The fact that they're humans. All the other shit is irrelevant. So fuck off with your stupid bullshit, right? It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Everybody matters. You don't have to come up with all these conditions to matter. You matter as a person, idiot. So stop being a moron. I try and live my life in a way where I don't feel like I'm doing people wrong. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to needlessly make people's days worse. Although, I will sometimes spin up somebody who's being a dick. Like, if you already got it coming, then I'll be karmic justice, right? But... Jess, once everyone matters, no one will. Everybody does matter, bro. I love that whole... When everything's special, nothing is. When everything's a disaster, nothing is. What's the point of even saying that? Why'd you open your mouth? Disasters are still disasters. Well, if everything's a disaster, then nothing's a disaster. Well, guess what, idiot? Everything isn't a disaster, and nobody's ever said that. So congratulations on your straw man made up bullshit scenario. Well, you know, if everything was made of cheese, then cheese doesn't matter. Oh, well, actually, you still would need protein to survive and stuff. And Nope. I like simple sentences that I can spew out without thought. Well, good job. Whoever said that originally said it in context that probably mattered. But you're not smart enough to use your better's words. So I understand that yours suck, but maybe you shouldn't use any words. It's so just trite and pointless. When everything's a disaster, nothing is. Well, who said everything's a disaster? Well, nobody said that, but I'm a smart guy, dude, and I made a good point. Now you're a fucking loser. What up, Ashmead? How you doing? How you doing, buddy? The bacon is good. The bacon is good, Bo Falcon. It's good. Desolator says there's only two types of people. Those with blue wrenches and those without. It's good. Mailmaster, bro, I'm not buying that shit. I saw that. Like, I saw people talking about that. They're like, there's the difference between guys and girls. When guys get toys, they're like, I got a Batman toy. Let's go, be Batman and be a hero. But if you give a Batman toy to a woman, then a girl, she's gonna be like, let's go out on a date and drive the Barbie mobile. Oh yeah, okay. And what happens if you give a Barbie to a fucking boy? Is he gonna play with it the way he's supposed to? Is he gonna be like, let's go to the mall? No. He's gonna go, oh, check it out, Barbie's karate kicking you. It's almost like that's a bunch of bullshit and trying to pretend like, well, you know, these toys, like, come on, man. Come on. I agree that there are absolute differences between guys and girls, but the argument of like, check out all these Batman toys. Give any little figure to either of them and watch what they do. That's how it goes, right? If you gave me a Barbie when I was a kid, I would have had it like kung fu fighting against Jinx and Snake Eyes, and she would have got buried in the backyard along with all those G.I. Joes who died in that battle, right? I wouldn't be like, well, I got to play an appropriate whatever, you know? So yeah, I've seen that floating around. It's bullshit. There are differences between boys and girls, but trying to sum it up with that particular argument doesn't work. Somebody read something else and went, this means this, and has now spread that, and people have grabbed onto that going, this is an easy way to understand it. Imagine a little boy with a Batman, and imagine a little girl with a Batman. It's like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can have underlying research that shows that boys and girls are different, because they absolutely are, but it ain't as simple as just give a Batman doll and watch. So that is somebody dumbing down actual information and something doesn't make sense. Desolator says, I know a mom that gave her daughter Tonka trucks. She put them in a bed and said, these trucks are my baby and I want to care for them because I'm their mommy. Yeah, it's almost like I grew up. It's almost like I grew up and had a childhood and watched all the kids around me. And there's very predictable patterns of what everybody's going to do. It's almost like that's the case, right? Let's go. Bacon's good. Hibernia, that's not what people are saying, though. And I take people at what they're saying. It's like, this is what you're saying. If they're underlying trying to say that children will gravitate to the toys that most fit the profile of their play style, yes, that makes perfect sense. If you're somebody who wants to play Housemaker, you'd prefer to have the toys that are for Housemaker. If you're somebody who likes to play Battle, you'd prefer to have the toys that play Battle. But that's not what these people are saying. They're just going, give a boy and a girl a Batman doll, and that's a different statement. So I can't agree with it because it doesn't stand up to logic. But saying, yo, you want the toys that go with your playstyle? Yeah, I play Magic the Gathering, so I'd much rather have Magic cards to play with than bicycle playing cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards or whatever, right? Like it's like that. It's like that. So the problem I have with that is I don't like propagating information that isn't a correct way of explaining it to people. So I agree with the underlying theory that boys and girls are different. They have different interests, and that leads them to different styles of play. But this sort of reductive Batman thing that I've seen floating around, it doesn't encapsulate the concept accurately. Therefore, it's misinformation and inaccurate. So I can't agree with it, right? Because I read that like, I think it was yesterday or the day before I was reading it, and I went, this is like, you kind of get it, but this is a flawed way to put it that fundamentally lacks understanding of the actual subject material in a way that makes it an accurate descriptor. And it's not that hard to tweak it to make it work, right? Jeremy, there is a wide range of play, but to try and pretend that boys and girls don't trend towards particular ones is an absurdity, right? Trying to pretend that it's just a flip of a coin for anybody, that's not how it works, right? There are definitely biological factors that impact your desires, and your play desires are desires. So that is, I mean, let's be real. Nobody is a carbon copy. You can't make like here's a manual. Are you a dude? Here's a manual for you. Are you a girl? Here's a manual for you. And these are the absolute rules of existence because there's a wide range in between. But it's ridiculous to try and pretend that there isn't a large majority that falls into very particular trends, right? Misunderstanding something is how misinformation is created. It is misinformation. Like, so now we're just slicing hairs, Carrie. It's like it's not misinformation. It is misinformation because you're going to put the wrong idea in somebody's fucking head. So that's misinformation. That's what leads to misunderstandings, right? They're both tied together. The misunderstandings created by misinformation, and misinformation created by the misunderstanding of the original data. People will, like, the same way that I make exciting titles out of what's going on with magic, right? It's like, yo, like you're not gonna get like a well thought out, full on, here you go, I wrote 6 pages or 6 books on this. You're just gonna get a sentence that's meant to give you the idea, right? They have bicycle magic playing cards. Yeah, but you know, those are to get, buddy. Oh. That was a good breakfast, man. I'm feeling pretty full. I'm happy with that. Yep, I agree. Evolutionary biology is an exceedingly complex subject. Right, absolutely. When you interface it with marketing or sociology, it makes it even more convoluted. Well, people are trying to distill the essence of it down to get the message across to people, right? Because it's way harder to, here's everything behind it. So you got that going on. On top of that, every human has random mutations. Everybody's different with the exception of identical twins who are, funnily enough, identical twins feel like a rarity, but they're way more common. They're the only humans we have multiples of. It's like, bro, one of you could fall off a cliff, and the gene pool is we still have access to the identical genes, right? So that's funny that identical twins and triplets, they're the most common people on Earth because there's more copies of them. I'm rarer than any twin or triplet, right? So are you. That's how it works, just by the nature of random human mutation. So I mean, I get it. You want to find a way to explain stuff to people, but ultimately, yeah. For me, when I hear something that doesn't make sense, I'm like, I gotta make it make sense. And then if it doesn't make sense afterwards, I'm like, I can't go with that word. It's got to be tweaked until it does make sense. You know? Desolator, you once saw 2 women wearing identical jeans. Were they fighting? Bitch, you stole my outfit. You stole my outfit. You stole my outfit. Skurai, you didn't have fun playing Lorcana? I haven't got to try it yet. There was nobody playing it at the store when I went there. They were all just buying it and leaving. And the store was down to 2 starter decks. And I looked at them and I'm like, do I want one of these or whatever? And I'm like, who am I going to play it with? So I didn't get any. FC says, man, do I miss these streams. You know, at the end of the day, we're all people. Best way to live is how you want, but don't expect everyone to care. And this resonates with me as I'm too old to care. Yeah, I mean, bro, I'm happy to let people live their lives and not get up in their jam. I don't care. When I overhear other people, I don't feel the need to insert myself into their conversation to correct some harmful thing they're saying. All this insanity. I want everybody to have a nice, happy human life. And I don't want them to spend too much time squirreled up with a bunch of wrong information because that can easily lead you to making terrible choices in your life because you don't understand yourself. Like, Carly was talking to this lady who had been she's a girl, let's be real, she must have been 19, 20 or something like that, and she had been like brainwashed by the insane crap that people on the internet said, where it was just like, it's like, you should never like consent is a very important thing. Obviously nothing should happen without consent, right? And that's how our society has functioned for a very long time. Anything that happens outside of consent is punishable by law, right? Yeah, let's get the police down here. We're going to sort this out. So the idea of consent had been twisted in this poor girl's head to the point where, like, teachers and other things had told her that men had to ask permission from her to be attracted to her. And I explained the complete impossibility of what she felt genuinely uncomfortable wandering around in society. And I said, let me explain something. Like, Carly was the one talking to her, because I don't even think she would have been able to hear it from me because of how much stuff they had gotten into her head. But she's telling me what the girl's saying, and I'm like, well, that's what she's saying is pure madness. Like, if you think about it, ultimately underneath, it's impossible for a guy to ask your permission to be attracted to you, because in deciding to ask you for that permission, he's already decided that you're attractive. On top of that, we're literally animals, and part of our function is to determine the suitability of somebody else as a partner to create another healthy human being. All that happens subconsciously in an instant. So a dude approaching you asking if it's okay to be attracted to you is already attracted to you, and people finding you attractive is just a normal human function. So she's over there going like, thank you so much. Like, I'm literally over here weeping. I finally get it. I understand now. It's like I've been uncomfortable for no reason. I've been doing this to myself because somebody told her that's how it's supposed to be. So she's uncomfortable thinking any man that smiles at her or anything else without asking permission ahead of time is somehow violating her space, and it's not okay. But once she realized reality, she's like, I can just go through my life normally now. And it's like, yeah, that's it. That's it, right? So there's a bunch of information that gets put out there that's absolutely wrong, and it's easy for people to pick it up. You can find all this stuff. You don't have the intellectual capacity or time to sit and really drill down into it and go, well, this doesn't make any sense, right? So, Desolator, do you have permission to find me attractive? Bro, you're the only one who's giving me money in this live stream. I already know you have all the permission to find me attractive. In fact, hold on. I'm not wearing any pants, buddy, just for you. Bacon's not the only meat out on this stream, son. I can feel the coldness of the stove right now. Don't get excited, guys. They're still on. They're still on. Oh, man. Recently learning to play Flesh and Blood. Got some Munchkin vibes. Flesh and Blood is a one-on-one slam you down kind of fight. Bam. Bam. Right? Where you start out as strong as you'll be and get progressively weaker, which is a cool idea. He put the G-string down inside his pants. Yo, you give me enough money, I'll put a G-string down in my pants. Oh, man. Lazy Sunday, bro. Jupal says context is gone and people warp ideas and action. It's true. It's true. Context doesn't seem to be a thing, and I think part of it is that like, people just, they don't have the time to engage with everything. Look at Twitter, right? You look at Twitter and, like, you can't communicate with people there very much. You can only talk in tiny little bits. And what seems to happen with everybody is they'll have a few well-meaning conversations with people on a subject to start with. And then after a while, you end up with, like, you're just burnt out. Like, you just got these people coming to you, and you're just like, I've already had this conversation. You're just another one of these idiots. But they might not be. But there's no engaging in good faith with people. Do you know, like, I just, anytime it's like, I won't even bother to assume people are engaging in good faith anymore. If they start with, like, particular subjects, I just go, if they're coming in with politics, like social whatever kind of stuff, I just tune out of the conversation immediately, because I'm like, this isn't going to be a good faith interaction. I don't care. You've already got your position, all this kind of stuff. I'm not doing it. I just don't bother engaging. So I assume a bunch of people also get to that level where they just go, yeah, whatever. But then other people, they're just angry and they have their opinion and they just yell it back at all these people. It's funny the way that people act on Twitter. I had a situation where somebody comes to my Twitter and he sends me a message going, "Yo, you said that this guy is this and all this and blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Yeah, I covered all those points in the video, and there's other information out there if you'd care to do the research. This is an old topic. I have zero interest in covering it, so I hope you have a good day, and if you want to go and look into it, feel free to do so." And then I just get an idiotic response from this guy. "You failed to convince me of your position. I'm blocking you." And it's just like, I wasn't trying to convince you of anything. I was literally telling you that I wasn't going to spend my time doing this with you and invited you, if you cared, to go and look for the information. So by you going, "You failed to convince me," wasn't trying to. And you going, "I'm blocking you," that's literally the trash taking itself out. You've shown up out of the blue, proven you're an annoying problem, and then removed yourself. If only everything this obnoxious could sort itself out. You're not hurting me by, bro, you literally didn't even read what I had to say. You just went, "Not good enough," and I went, "Good," because I'm not interested in holding a toddler's hand. I'm sorry that you like this racist guy. I guess whatever it is, like, it's all documented. Go take a look. There's tons of information. It doesn't seem like it's up in the air, but form your own opinion. Look at all the information. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. This is years ago. This is from years ago. Years ago. I want to start the conversation now, and you need to engage with me fully. Who are you, and why do I need to do that? "I hate you and you're blocked." How do you dress yourself, bro? Like, I don't respect you as a person, and it doesn't hurt me that you've left. I don't know you, but I think you're a clown, because I can't believe you'd act this way. But people pull all kinds of crazy shit. People come and they go, "Hey man, I want to start a YouTube channel." And I would respond to these people. I don't anymore because of what happens. They're just like, "Hey, can you give me some advice?" And then I give them advice. "Yeah, do this, this, and this." "Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right, here's what my channel's going to be. Go subscribe to it and join my Twitter." And I'd be like, scroll back through, and I'm like, I'm just looking for a thank you anywhere. Because as far as I understand, this has just been take. You've taken my time. I took time out of my day to explain stuff to you, to try and encourage you to follow your interests. And you didn't even thank me. And you expect me to follow you and promote your channel. Go fuck yourself. Like, what do I owe you? This is crazy. You didn't even thank me for my advice, and you expect me to help you build your channel. People have done this shit to me in real life too. They would come up to me and be like, "Yo, bro, promote my channel, blah 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 blah." And then the next time I see him, he's like, thanks for shouting out my channel." I was like, "No problem. You earned it, buddy. Like, you're lucky I didn't tell you to go fuck yourself the first time I brought it up. Why the fuck would I advertise your channel? I don't watch your content, okay? We don't fucking hang out. You're not a good friend of mine. You're just looking at me as a meal ticket. What if I just showed up and you just had a business where you're making a bunch of money? I'm like, you should just give me some of that money." And then later on I go, "Well, thanks for giving me that money." Yeah, fuck you, bro. What is this shit, right? I had people get angry at me. Like, friends of mine get angry at me because they're trying to stream and do whatever, and they're failing at it because nobody wants to watch their boring ass shit. And then they come to my stream and go, "He's just standing there talking, cooking bacon." I guess that's not all I'm doing, huh, asshole? If you fucking see this and you think it's one thing and you can't emulate it by doing that same thing, then I guess it wasn't that thing, huh, you dumb fuck, right? Greedy ass bitches come to live streams and see super chats. They don't see all the fucking work you put in. And then they go, "I should have that." Yeah, you'd have it if you were good enough. Newsflash, you fucking ain't. So choke on it, right? Drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. It's like, I don't owe you shit, right? For real, for real. It's crazy. How are you not gonna fucking thank me for that advice, bro? Like, what? Fuck you, dude. Now I hope your channel fucking fails, right? The one guy I know in real life came to me and was like, "Yo, I took all these pictures and me and my buddy couldn't figure out why people were giving you this money. And then we figured out it's because you're writing their name on this board and that's the only reason they do it. So I'm going to create a YouTube channel to make a bunch of money." And I'm like, "Okay, buddy, do it." I encouraged him. Go for it. Go for it. And then I watched from the sidelines And I'm like, oh, let's see how you're doing. Oh, look at that. You have viewership. You actually managed to get viewership. And I congratulated him on that. And he's like, he's pushing for it. He's giving business cards to people. He's pushing. He's growing. He's growing. He got to a couple hundred views on some of his videos. And then he's cranking slowly but surely. Starts losing steam. Yeah. Try and sustain it for year after year. Find the energy, find the wherewithal to continue to make content, to deal with everything involved. Now come back to me and tell me how easy it is to fucking make money on YouTube. Yeah, come back to me and tell me they gave it to me just because I wrote their name on a board, motherfucker. Is it that easy? Where's your fortune, bitch? Oh, that's right. You ain't got shit. Fuck you. I was offended by it. So I encouraged him to do his channel. But at the same time, on the sidelines, I was watching going, it's kind of gratifying to watch you just sit down there at the low level, bro, gotta say, because you really diminished what I do. And it's like, then do it then, bitch. If you can do what I do, fucking do it. Try it. Try it, motherfucker. Try it, motherfucker. Try it. Come on. Little R. Kelly for you. Hey, Bob Falcon! Thanks for the thank you super chat, bro. Like, I want to be clear. I'm not denigrating people who have fucking small channels. They're doing a great job. They're having a good time. I like it. I started as a small channel, but I was happy then, and I wasn't entitled, and I tried to give people back their money when they gave it to me originally, because I was a weirdo. And they'd be like, bro, fuck off. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying your content. Just take the money and shut up, right? So, like, I'm different. So I don't want to make it sound like I'm talking shit about little YouTubers. I'm not, right? I'm talking shit about somebody who fucking insulted me and treated me poorly, basically. And so there's a part of me that was satisfied that he didn't do that well. It's like, there you go. There you go. You acted like what I did is nothing, and now you tried it for years, and lo and behold, ain't so easy, is it, son? Is it? You think, oh, he's just running his mouth? Well, go ahead. You run yours. It's a free market. The market will decide what you're worth. So have fun with that. Have fun with that. Dynamite says, love your channel, bro. Not asking for anything, just giving you the fist bump. Well, hell yeah, bro. I'll give you one back. Thanks, Juggling. I have a great time doing this. I'm very selfish in that I love live streams, right? Like, Carly went out for breakfast with her friend today, and I'm like, sweet, I'm going to do a fucking breakfast live stream. I know there's not even going to be anybody here. I'm going to have a good time with it, right? Brian, you floated in and out before since before the infamous boot. You know how much effort I've put in. I like doing it. Wow, just shut off my chat here. Hold on, let's turn that back on. Jeremy, you're absolutely right. There's tons of things that people think is an easy job to do, and it turns out it ain't nearly as easy as it looks, right? So you ain't wrong about that. And people just look at other people's lives and go, oh, you got it easy, and all of a sudden it's like, do they though? Do they? You know? I think there's very few people who actually have like it genuinely easy. Oh, the devil is in me. Nirvana says, you, us, and the bacon behind you is all we need. Yeah, yeah. Ashmead says, your passion is something others cannot replicate. They have to find their own way. Yeah, and on top of that, I have a genuinely engaging and entertaining personality and way about me. So not only am I passionate, but I've got that fucking fire and I can draw people into me. I know it for a fucking fact. I've been at parties where they basically warped themselves around me. People could hear me entertaining people at the party and fucking lined up. It was weird. Most of the time, this was like a fancy wine and cheese party with a bunch of like well-to-do people. So in most of the time, I'm just used to people walking up in the middle of a conversation and interrupting it. And I wish I had known when I was younger. I wish 19-year-old Mike had known, yo, bro, when a chick comes from another fucking room to introduce herself to you, you can bang that lady. She wants it, bro. She wants it, okay? That's why she's here. She heard you from another room and came in and made the effort to tell you her name and make sure you know who she is. She wants it, you dum-dum. Oh, my God. So much plowing I could have been doing, but I was clueless. They think I'm funny, yeah. She wants it, idiot. You know what I mean? I didn't know the science. I know. I know now. Maybe not every single one, but a ton of them did. So I've been at like wine and cheese parties where they're lining up to introduce themselves to me because it's like, yo, this guy has a lot of fun. I bring the fun with me. I've entertained people wherever I've gone. Honestly, people have always given me random gifts throughout my whole life. Not for my birthday, not for Christmas. People would just walk up and hand me shit. And I never understood it was because I was always going out of my way to entertain them and make them laugh. Wherever I go, doesn't matter. Am I in a line at like a convenience store or a fast food restaurant? I'm trying to make the person behind the counter laugh. Everywhere I go, I bring that fucking energy with me, and I do it for free, expecting nothing in return. All I really want is to make them smile, to give them a laugh. That's my goal. And so people end up feeling like, yo, this guy's giving me something of value. I'm gonna hook him back. Like my buddy, he would take me out. He would like drive me places. Here, come with me to this event. He would pay for my lunch sometimes even, or buy me things. And I would say, yo, bro, I feel bad because like he's also the kind of guy who won't actively say things where he's like, he's passive aggressive. So if he feels the scales are unbalanced and you're not giving as good as you're getting, then he will just quietly like stop hooking you up. And I know he's like that. So I said, bro, I feel bad. Like I don't have a lot of money, so I never like give you gas money or pay for your lunch or whatever. He's like, it's all good, man. He's like, you're fun. You pay. That's how you pay. Like you're good times. Don't worry about it. And I was like, okay, cool. I never want to fucking feel like I'm like mooch taking advantage of people. So yeah, whatever. I'm special. I'm a lot of fun. So I know that. I know that because I watch other people's streams and shit. And I'm like, some of them are special too. Some of them are boring. You know, making other random people smile like that is the greatest feeling. Bro, it's awesome. Especially when, like, you see somebody behind the counter and they're working their ass off. They're rushing, and nobody's really giving them, and they're not really even saying anything nice. They're just getting their stuff and leaving. Neutral interaction. It's not causing a negative experience, but it's a neutral interaction. And you can tell these people, they're working hard, bro. Give them a little bit of a laugh, see the relief in their face, and you're like, oh, thank you. You know what I mean? It works for me, so I like giving it to other people. Millmaster said, is all a CEO does is tell other people what to do and they get paid what? Yeah, people don't understand. They're like, I would do that. And it's like, oh, do you have the wherewithal to guide an entire organization where your decisions are literally going to determine whether the business fucking flounders or not? And do you have what it takes to deal with the cutthroat highest level where you're going to be dealing with a bunch of psychos and sociopaths because that's what moves up into those tiers? So you're dealing with people who are gunning for you on a level where they will like, they don't care if your life gets ended in their, like, it's insane. It's insane. Jumpel says, wish I didn't miss the live streams, but still enjoy the content and genuine people like you. P.S. Did I miss the Rick and Morty secret lair already? No, they haven't done the Rick and Morty secret lair. Thanks for the fat super chats. And you know what, bro? You're missing the live streams, but I'm leaving more of them up afterwards. Like, I'm going to leave this one up afterwards, so I know it's not the same if you can't come and interact, but you can at least still pop them on the back and listen to all my rantings. Don't CEOs just get paid in stocks and bonds? That's another thing, fellas. Like, as far as I understand, most of the CEOs, they get paid like a very minimal token salary that's required, where it's like, my salary is only $40,000, but I get $20 million in stock options kind of deal. So it's like, if the stock tanks, they lose a whole bunch of money. So they're incentivized to keep it upwards. Now, I'm not saying that CEOs aren't overpaid, right? Like, I'm not saying that. But trying to pretend like a CEO's job isn't more valuable to a company than like other people is absurd, because having somebody like, you need proper leadership. People don't seem to get that. Like, shit won't govern itself. You can't leave people to their own devices. You need a strong hand at the wheel, for real, right? For real. Mad Cow says, my uncle's like that. He's 100% immune to embarrassment. You can't even go to the store with the guy without it turning into a hilarious story you'll remember forever. Yeah, like if trying to embarrass me is always hilarious. When I meet somebody new and they try to embarrass me, I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome because now I get to go ham on you, bro. You wanted to play the embarrass each other game. Here's the only thing that actually makes me feel embarrassed and ashamed. When I feel like I've treated somebody like shit, when I feel like I've wronged somebody, when I feel like I lost control of my anger and was like a garbage human to somebody, that's the only time I'm embarrassed. There's nothing you can say to me that will embarrass me. I will always be able to top it. Like, you don't even understand. I have no fucking shame. I am shameless because I can only be ashamed of things I've done myself, and I make sure to comport myself in a way where I never do anything I would be ashamed of. Younger me, I was like, yo, you didn't treat people the best in some ways, you know? You didn't keep things 50-50. It wasn't fair. Now, I'm more worried about keeping it 60-40. I want Carly to get more out of this than I'm getting, and she wants me to get more out of it. You got two people pushing like that, you get a sweet 50-50, roughly in different categories. She's my baby. I'm going to take care of her forever. She's the best. Speaking of the best, Black Magic says, you're the best, Perp. Thanks. You're the best, buddy. We're all the best. Bonuses foster short-term thinking. Quarterly reports keep the stock. Yeah, as a shareholder, it's like I want you to be getting rewarded the same way I am, so you're making sure my rewards are good. Like, I got contacted by the bank that I go to, and they're like, yo, we're creating these new shares that you can buy. I don't know anything about buying bank shares, but they're like, it's a new series, and they're meant to it's meant to do good in society kind of thing. And I looked at it and went like, aren't these like new shares types then? Doesn't that mean like you can just be like, I'm going to pay the dividends out to these shares that I got, but your new shares don't get any? And if the new shares don't get any dividends, then isn't it going to be hard to sell them to get your money back? I don't know anything about that because I'm not a big finance boy. I don't have a lot of money. I don't own a single stock. Like, the only kind of investments I currently have are these things I love called GICs, where they're like, yo, we guarantee you can't lose your money. The government guarantees you can't lose your money, and we guarantee you get an interest rate. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So that's what I put my emergency funds into. I got this thing called the cashable GIC. So they pay me interest on my emergency money, and I can call the bank and say, yo, release that money. And to make sure it worked that way, I actually did one, and I contacted the bank. I went into the bank and I'm like, I need that thing unleashed. And the lady boom, 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 and did it. So you won't be able to get it on the weekend, but any weekday I can get it. And I don't think that there'll be any kind of emergency on the level where I would be like, oh no, I can't wait a day. You know what I mean? So like GICs are like awesome. They're awesome. I love them. Everything else is like, you can lose your money. You can lose your money. You buy a thing and it can just go down in value. And they're like, yeah, but they might pay you like some more, but you can lose your money. Like, you know how hard it is to make money? I can't handle it. There's like, somebody who I played Magic with was like, bro, don't ever become a gambler. You can't handle it. I'm like, you don't need to tell me, man. You don't need to tell me. Like, for real, the highest level gambling I can do is like lottery tickets. Yo, what do you guys think about this idea? I thought about this. Would this be fun? Would this be fun for like a stream tonight? I've got a silver chest. It's a mirrored chest. And I thought we could play silver chest hangman. So I'll put like a hangman phrase on the board, and you can super chat letters, and we fill in the hangman. And then once the hangman's full, we open up the chest, and I could have like old TCG boosters in it, or like a Plinko. I'll go buy Plinko lottery scratcher or something like that and put it in there. You know what I mean? Because who knows? It might win the money back or whatever. Like, that seems like a fun idea, doesn't it? I think that'd be cool. I think that's what we're gonna do tonight. I think I'm gonna go when I go to pick up some root beer today, because I'm out of root beer, and I gotta go to the. Gotta get hosed at the Avondale. I gotta buy them in twos because they'll give you a discount, but it's still like almost $3 a bottle. And like for 4 bottles, I could get like a case, but there are no cases. But I gotta have my sugar water. So when I go over to get the root beer, I can be like, yo, what kind of lottery ticket should I get? Guys, what kind of lottery ticket should I get? Juggling, too poor to gamble. I feel poor and can't handle losing. Can't handle losing the money, bro. At all. Like, for Carly's birthday, on a scratch day. For Carly's birthday, we went up to the falls, and we were going to go to the casino because we've never been to a casino. And we each took $20 with us. That was the limit. I'm only going to spend $20 here. I know I'm losing this $20. That's my mentality. When I buy a lottery ticket, I know I'm losing that money. When I go to the casino, it's for Carly to have the experience. I'm losing the money. So Carly lost her money immediately, but I kept winning, and I didn't want to win anymore because I'm like, stop letting me win. Carly lost all her money and she's unhappy. I want to leave. So I kept winning. So I peeled off more money and gave Carly 20 out of my winnings. And she went and promptly lost that. And I kept winning. I'm walking up to random machines, punching it in. And I'm like, let me lose. And then I hit and it just starts flashing. What does that mean? I'm like, fuck, I'm up $30. Shit, I was down to 7. Now I'm up 30. So eventually I just gave up trying to lose my money and left. I left. I was just like, yo, we're leaving. Let's go. And I bought her, like, it was raining outside. So I spent all the money on her birthday. I was like, we'll buy ponchos with this. We'll get a pizza on the way home. Like, I spent every penny because she was so sad she had lost all her money. And I'm just trying to get out of there. I'm just like, stop letting me win. It's so stupid, right? I don't believe that luck is a thing. I don't genuinely believe in the force of luck, but I also at the same time have cognitive dissonance because I genuinely believe that I am above average in terms of luck. Luck isn't a thing, and yet somehow still Lady Luck loves my ass. When we went to that barbecue yesterday, they were doing a raffle, and we got raffle tickets, right? And all the stuff on the table, I realized, I'm like, this is for old people. And it's just going to be garbage. It's like, who cares? It's going to be bottles of wine or other stuff old people want. There's nothing here that I even want. I don't care about this raffle. And so that's what I said. I was saying to Carla, I don't care about none of this stuff. And then I watched, like, they walked one of the prizes by, and it was a thing of Tupperware. And I went, yo, wait a minute. This is practical shit? And so I said to Carla, I'm like, wait a minute. The prizes might actually be okay. You know what? You know what? I'm okay with winning this. Because I went, I don't care about winning it. I switched and I'm like, I'm okay with winning now. And so then, like, almost immediately after I said that, my number gets called. And Carly just looks at me and she's like, fuck you. Because my luck, like, is constantly firing off. It's, like, constantly firing off. So she's just like, come on. And then we sat there and I was like, do you want me to, like, I'm like, you got, like, Harley seems to have an above average bad luck. So I'm like, you want me to hold the ticket for you? Maybe I'll put some good luck into it. And so I'm holding the ticket and it starts getting closer and closer to her number. Oh, let me get the ticket, guys. Hold up. I kept the ticket because it's amazing. Check this shit out. So my ticket, look at that, 666 in the middle. I was like, yo, this is demonic. But then Carly went to sex with the devil level. Bro, 668, 69. So basically, they're calling out numbers. 65, 67, 68. Never gets to 69. She doesn't win nothing. But I did go up to the old lady who was running the barbecue. And I went, we gotta fucking talk. I got a big problem here. I thought this was a family event. That guy over there singing about Elvis, he's singing about fucking his cousins. And then you got this right here, like, it's 666? Are all you old people part of a fucking devil cult? Is that what's going on, bro? Like, I feel like that we could just, you're all just happy and chilling. It was such a nice vibe. Nobody had their cell phones out. Everybody's having a great time. I'm like, y'all a demon cult? Is that what this is? Is that what this is? Brian says, the universe wanted you to give more treats for Carly for her birthday. That's all. That's a good way to frame it. There's people that treat scratch-off tickets like an investment into their retirement. They take the winnings to the casino and invest some more. That's crazy to me. That's like the people who are just like, the people who buy into the fallacy that if I just buy enough tickets, I'll win. That's not how life works. You want to know who wins? Life isn't fair. So here's what happens. People like my ex's mother win. They win 25 grand on a scratch ticket they don't even need. Because their husband was the head accountant for the UN. So they're filthy fucking rich to the point where when they're like, oh, hey, check it out. Your sister's getting married. Great, we're going on a cruise. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to her wedding. Well, why not? Oh, because I don't have thousands of dollars for a cruise, you fucking crackhead. I work for a minimum wage at a fucking call center. I'm broke. Oh, my parents said they'd loan you. No, I'm not taking a fucking $2,000 loan from your parents to go to your sister's fucking wedding. Are you fucking high? Are you out of your fucking mind? I'm gonna go into debt for a bullshit cruise? Fuck that. You go and enjoy the Richie Rich cruise. Have fun without me. I'll be here. That's insane. Crazy. So yeah, they were super rich, and guess what? Her mom bought lottery tickets all the time. She won $25,000 multiple times. So yeah. But yeah, man, it really does feel like Carly has bad luck and I have good luck. So I'm like, don't worry, I'll use my good luck. My good luck is so powerful that it will overwhelm your bad luck. One of my favorite recent talks about my luck was like when we were hanging out. I was hanging out with Moxman, and I'm talking to his lady, and I'm talking about how lucky I am, right? I'm like, yo, you have no idea how mega lucky I am. And so then it just went on display as the gigantic ball drop machine set up a crazy set of circumstances where it dropped a ball down, and that ball stayed stationary. It wouldn't go into any of the slots. It just sat there for a while. And the reason for that was it was setting me up for mega ultimate land. So the next ball I dropped manages to smash into that stationary ball, which causes it to careen up into the air. It leaps down into the mega jackpot hole, and then it also lands in multi-ball. So this thing just starts dropping balls, bam, 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 to the point where the amount of tickets that I got from it meant that I wasn't just getting a piece of candy. I could start picking top shelf items that were tons and tons of points. So she stood there and watched. It took 20 minutes for the machine to count out my tickets. I'm like, told you it's my luck. And then we go to play mini golf, and she's like, it was supposed to rain. I'm like, it doesn't rain on me. All right. The universe knew I was coming out here to play mini golf. That's why it's sunny, honey. And then we went and we're playing mini golf, right? And I am sinking holes in one like nobody's business. Just boop, boop, right? Like, and it's getting to the point where now, like, she's getting, like, mad about it. She actively wants me to not be getting hole in one. And I'm just playing it up like a heel in the WWF, right? Like, I don't have golf skills. Let's be very clear. I've never played golf. I hadn't played mini pipe in, like, a decade or whatever. And I would just look at where the hole was, and I'd be like, nah, I'm going to go like this. Boonk. And, like, just kept... I got a couple of hole-in-ones, right? At first, like 2 hole-in-ones to start with, and I just totally started playing it up. There was one where I fired it off. It went all the way up the hill, and then slowly but surely, I'm like, come on, baby. Come on, baby. And it starts rolling down the hill, rolling, rolling, rolling. I'm like, oh, yeah. And everyone's like, no, no. And it's rolling. I'm like, come to daddy. And then I just turned around, right? And then they're like, oh. And I'm like, oh, hey, guys, where's my ball? I didn't see it. Did it go in? Where's my ball? Like, just playing it up, right? So, like, Moxman at this point, like, he's trying to, like, placate his lady, going, yo, 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 like, they just designed the whole thing to make it easier to get hole-in-ones. And I was like, well, if it's easier to get hole-in-ones, shouldn't everybody proportionally have more hole-in-ones? It's almost like you're making up bullshit. You know what I mean? So at the very, very end of the story, right? At the very end of the story is the final hole where she actually manages to get a hole in one. She gets it in, and he's just like, you could hear the audible sigh of relief from Moxman. I didn't know how competitive his lady would be, right? And so, like, I had 4 hole-in-ones. I dominated. I beat everybody. It was awesome. And so Moxman told me, it's like, she's going to want a rematch. So I got a copy of that foil golf card from Unfinity, and I set up a trophy in advance for her. Because I knew that, I'm like, I need a trophy where if she loses, like, it mocks her, and if she wins, it mocks her. So I took that card, and it says, congratulations, that's the best you'll ever do in life. Signed it, put it in a screw case, tucked it into my bag. Because I knew we were going to go to Santa's Village, and they had mini golf there. And sure enough, she brought up the mini golf, but it was right when we were leaving. So it was just like, there's not enough time. Because I was willing to go. I didn't care whether I won or lost. I had that trophy ready to go. But we didn't end up playing mini golf. So there was another opportunity. It's hilarious how competitive she is. We're playing this game, and it is what's it called? What was the game called? It doesn't matter what it's called. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity in that each time you get you get a card to represent the points you've got. But it's a quiz style game where it's like messed up facts, crazy awful crap, that kind of stuff. So you got multiple choice questions. There's 4 answers for each. And so for the first one, I'm going first. Like, and I don't like keeping point track in these games. That's what I say. I'm like, can we not do this? Like, let's just play and have fun. I don't like using these point systems because it creates an unnecessary level of competition in the game. And that's because whenever we play Cards Against Humanity, I dominate the game so thoroughly every single time that people start metagaming and they try and pick answers that aren't my answers. Instead of, now I'm not going to pick the funniest answer because that one's going to be yours. So I'm going to try and pick the second funniest answer. So now I've got to metagame back and pick the second funniest answer and all this other crap, and I don't want to do that. I just want to laugh. Let's throw the points aside. They don't matter. If we play to points, the game is going to end quickly and I'm going to win. That's what's going to happen because I'm fucking funnier than everybody I sit down to play this with. You have to bring in fucking full-on comedians to have a chance to fucking play like on the same level as me. Sorry, but that's fucking reality. I know how it works. So I don't want to play this game for points, but they do. It's like, okay, Carly reads the first question. I answered it before she even got to the multiple choice, and she didn't know what to do. She's like, oh, fuck you, and she gave me the card. And then everybody else answered their questions, and I said the right answer after they had said the wrong answer. So you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. My turn, I'm right, I get the point. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. I got all your answers right. My turn, I get the point. And it went that way for 5 rounds because the game went to 5 points and I won. And everybody else either had 0 or 1 point. That was it. And so I'm just like, can we put the points aside? Can we not play with points, please? But Carly still wanted to insist that we did. So we start another game. And so, like, it's the beginning of the game. I don't have a point. Moxman, his woman, gets a point. And she's like, ha! She's making this really huge deal about it. And I'm like, congratulations, you did it, you beat me. And I like ran downstairs and got the trophy and gave it to her. And she's like, yay! And then Carly like started trying to keep track of the points in that game. And I started picking my points up and putting them into like the discard pile because I didn't want to ruin her win because it was like 2 turns later and I was winning the game. So I was literally putting the points in and Carly's like, let's keep track of the points. And I just shot her a look like, shut up. I'm trying to give her the fucking win. I gave her a trophy. Shut your fucking mouth. Right? She's right there, so I can't say it, but I'm thinking, bitch, shut up. I'm trying to give her a win. She doesn't stand a chance. Like, nobody does. We've illustrated that. I don't even need the answers on the cards half the time. I already know, like, 3 words in. I'm like, that's going to be this. And then read the answers. I'm like, sure enough, there it is. Okay. It's like, yo, I'm the most fucked up individual here. My brain is more twisted than any of you guys. So you don't stand a chance. There's no point in playing for points. I don't want to win. I want to have fun, please. Please. I don't want to be punished for being too good at games. And that's what it feels like. Because I do dominate at games. I find exploits. I break games. It's my nature. Carly knows when we sit down to play games, she's pretty much guaranteed to lose. Even if she's the one who reads the rules. It's hilarious. We played a Christmas game. And she's like, I normally would read the rules because it makes sense for me to read the rules. She doesn't have to worry about reading through it. I can explain any issues. I'm a really good at being a rules lawyer, paying attention to all the different parts. I'm well suited to it. But she's like, I want to read it. It's like, yeah, cool. That'll be fair. So I let her read the rules. We start playing the game, and I'm like, okay, I play this and this, so that means I get double points. He's like, what? Why do you get double points? And I'm like, the rules are one little sheet. You just said that to me less than 30 fucking seconds ago. I'm doing it because you fucking told me I could. Let me see the rules. And I like look, and I'm like, sure enough, it's there. So I don't like to play competitive games with her. I like to play cooperative games with her and with others, actually. I much more enjoy working together to achieve a goal than being against each other. And part of that is it's boring winning all the time. It's boring winning all the time. It really is, guys. The journey is playing and having fun. Wins only mean something if you're not really used to having them. If you're used to winning a lot, it doesn't mean that much. It just means the fun's done. The win isn't like, woohoo, I did it. It's like, oh, the fun's over. That's what it starts to feel like. That's what happened with Magic. When I started fucking winning too many tournaments, I'm like, wow, it really takes the luster out of that. And the same thing with other games. So I just want to have a good time. Yeah, Magoro, you have to learn to tune into each person's comedic sensibilities. That's the problem, right? You have to understand what everybody's about when you play Cards Against Humanity. Some people are going to laugh at airdropping dead parents on orphans. Other people are going to be taken aback by that. Part of the reason I dominated the game is I usually only need one round to calibrate and figure out where everybody's sense of humor is. To go, you want Dead Orphans. This guy is going to hate that. He wants really mild shit like World War III is going to be won with the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. But that's one of the keys of being good at Cards Against Humanity. You don't go, like, that's part of the reason I'm so funny is I can figure out very quickly where a person's level of humor is and come in at that level. I can make old grandmas laugh, but I don't do it by talking about fucking a donkey. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, if it's the right grandma. I've got really well-honed comedic sensibilities, though, so... Oh, man. Yeah, Cards Against Humanity, especially. That's the one I've seen the most metagaming with, and it's happened so many times that it's literally given me a complex. So when I play Cards Against Humanity, I always hide my points, always. And someone will always be like, "How many points do you have?" I'm like, it doesn't matter. Let's keep playing. Like, I don't want you to know how many points I have because the game's already over. I already won. Like, I won a while ago. Can we keep playing? I'm not gonna tell you. You don't understand. I want to keep playing. The game is to laugh. That's the actual game. The points don't matter. There's no fucking prize. There's no prize. The game is the prize. How do you not understand? Do you know what I mean? Oh well. Whatever, right? Everybody's different, so that's not everybody's vibe. Mad Cow, I can't imagine anybody running stuff through a filter for Cards Against Humanity, but I suppose that's possible. That is possible. Yeah, Cards Against Humanity is such a fun game. Such a fun concept. Had so many laughs with that. I like printed out my own copy originally. Printed out when I was going to school so I could use their printers, and like all I had to do was get some tape them to magic cards. Damn. Ooh. All right. Well, I suppose I should probably go and we didn't decide. Did you guys say and I didn't notice? Did anybody say what kind of lottery thing we should do? What kind of scratcher we should do? I know I moved right on. Oh, Carrie said a scratcher with a 4 or a 2 number. What does that mean? I mean, I know the monetary part, but I don't understand the 4 or 2. They don't normally have like the numbers like shown on the card, right? It's all like you got to scratch off to see the numbers, don't you? Don't you? Bingo, Monopoly support. They have bingo. I don't think there is a Monopoly one. I think there's like just off the top of my head because I don't know them all. There's like a Cash for Life one where they give you like money every week. There's like poker ones and like pretty sure there's a Plinko one like Price is Right. Like treasure hunting ones. Lucky 7. All right. Well, you guys have given me some suggestions, so at the bare minimum, I'll be able to get. Well, I'll probably just pick what looks like the most fun. I am if they have a Plinko. I mean, we do Plinko boards and stuff, so that might be fun. That might be fun. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. I thought a hangman concept. I thought about it last night. I made a note. I was like, I should try this out. It might be fun. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Beasley voting for Plinko. Good vote. That's a good vote, buddy. I'm probably gonna listen to that one. Get a $5 Plinko. I think they're $5. Probably 4 or 5. I doubt they're 10. I don't know. I know I'm not moving into the crazy like they got like $50 tickets and stuff and $20 tickets. It's like I feel like $10. $10. One time for like my birthday, I was like, I'm gonna try like an expensive lottery ticket, and I tried it. And I was like, I thought they would give you like more opportunities to win, but it didn't. So it was really disappointing. Really disappointing. And I was like, okay, stick to the lower levels. You're just going to lose anyway. So, you know what I mean? Do they have different odds on different tickets? I think the odds are all roughly the same. I think they all break down to like 1 in 3, but I'm guessing they probably do have different odds, but you can't see that. Like, to know that, what I'd have to do is go to the store, look at what they had, and then like pull out my phone and look up odds online, or insist that they let me flip them over and look at them. And I see the hassle that lottery people give the store employees, and I'm not willing to do it. Like, I've come in to buy some pop, and they're dickheads who have like a huge stack of tickets, and then and they're having them check every ticket, and a bunch of them are losers. And the guy's like, he's just saying like, I don't remember what he said, but I basically responded with, "There's an app you can use on your phone that will you scan them." And then he just like waved it away. He was trying to apologize for taking up so much time, and then when I told him how he could fix the problem, he just waved it away. And I'm like, you're not sorry. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Keep wasting a crazy amount of money on these. What are you doing? Why are you buying like 50 of these? This is insane. You're a fucking moron. Like, you are literally a fucking moron. If you put this money into fucking GICs, like, you just spent like $100 on lottery tickets. That's the minimum threshold for a GIC. Let's put that aside. Put that aside. I know it's not handsome. I know it's not sexy that you're going to end up with $103 in a year and you're just like, whatever, but you still have that money, you fucking clown. And at least you won $3 there. For that to be equivalent, each one of those lottery tickets has to win its value back, plus you have to win $3 on top. It's crazy. It's crazy. Marcel, yeah, actually, calling lottery a voluntary tax on stupidity. Yeah, that's what I call it as well. When people wish me good luck when I buy the ticket, I'm like, that's nice of you to say, but I know I've already lost my money. It's foolish to look at these as anything other than you've lost your money. But if we can turn it into entertainment for streams and stuff, then that could be a thing. I thought, like, yo, we could do different things inside the silver chest. Add like it's like a mystery booster full of other things to interact with on the stream. I thought that'd be fun, you know? I looked at things and I'm like, yep, I can come up with a little budget to buy lottery tickets and stuff like that, and some of them will win their cost back. So if I buy a $5 scratcher and it wins its $5 back, I can get another one for another stream at no additional cost, right? So it seems like it could be fun. Other man, you were taking a nap and just woke up to my semi-ranting. That's all the winning you need right there. Hell yeah, bro. Fisher, every time you bought a scratch, you got your money back or lost, so you quit. I have had a few where I got like a $5 big spin ticket, and then I've won 10. And then I've taken that 10 and bought a $10 big spin ticket and won a spin and taken it back and gotten $20. I've never gotten a big prize. I've never gotten a huge prize. The most I've ever gotten off a ticket, I think, was like $30, where I was like, wow! You know, I think. If there was ever more, I can't remember it. Dracomus, I'm doing all right, buddy. Mad Cow, you never bothered to scratch tickets you got as gifts, then one day you scratched an expired one, it was a $20 winner. Well, you wouldn't scratch ones you got as gifts. What's the matter with you? I wouldn't buy them, but if somebody gave them to me, hey, this might have money in it. No, I'm not going to open that bag because they usually don't, but it might open it. You're fucking triggering me. Like, I'm triggered. I'm literally triggered by that, Mad Cow. You're fucking triggering me. You son of a bitch! You wasted that $20! $20 is a lot of money. Millmouse, the only gambling device you've ever tried and succeeded on was the jackpot on Little Shop of Horrors slot machine in Vegas. Nice. I've never won a jackpot, but I kept winning on slot machines. And I'm like, this shouldn't be possible. Why do I keep winning? Is it because the universe knows I'm trying to leave and it's hosing me? What is going on? What is going on? Desolator says, I won $100 worth of various tickets, lottery Christmas tree at a fundraiser and won $77. Yeah, I mean, the odds are absolutely against you, 100%. That's what it's, I mean, it's set up to take your money. At least here it's done by the government, so you can be like, well, I paid for some old lady's pills. They put it into their health care. That's what I'm going to tell myself. That $5 I lost bought Gertrude a blood pressure pill, you know? Because old people do have I talked about healthcare in Canada before and how I have to pay for all the dental and I have to pay for all the pills and everything, but once you're over 65 the government will pay for your medications. So that's how I'm like, all right. What? Black Magic, you won $2,000 on a scratch off. Hand it over, you don't need it. Give me $2,000 right now. I don't care if it was like 6 years ago. I see that much money. I want it. I want it. Give it to me. What up, Swain? Good night. It's fucking mid-afternoon, bro. It's mid-afternoon. Other man, you won 10 grand on a $10 ticket, except the state of CA took taxes and back unpaid parking tickets first. You got 580 bucks. Well, them taking what you owe them, I'm not surprised at all. Like, the government owes you money? Yeah, but you owe the government money. Pay fucking parking tickets. So you have them to pay what you owe, and that makes perfect sense. But the fact that the government taxes you, that's crazy. Like here, it's not taxed. Actually, yeah, wait a minute. If I buy a lottery ticket for a stream and I get a receipt for it, then I could write that lottery ticket off, I think, as an expense. But then if I win the money, the government doesn't tax that money, right? I think we talked about this before. So, yeah, because I was probably higher than it. I'm not now. So, yeah, like, then I would technically actually be getting ahead instead of staying the same, right? Because getting to write that $5 off probably equals like $1 tax break. So, I get a buck off, but then I get my $5 back, so I'm a buck ahead, and all I have to do is keep fiddly receipts to give to my accountant and hope that it works. Oops. Well, my phone said that something just got, like, I just got an email, but I don't know what it was because I pushed a button and it disappeared. Black Magic, $2,000. Thanks for the $1.99, 2 grand, buddy. I appreciate it. 10th of a percent, 10th of a percent, 10th of a percent, 10th of a percent. Damn right, Kindler, this chat is awesome, bro. There's 10 casinos within 45 minutes. Wow. Wow. Yeah, but like, don't they give you like free drinks and stuff at casinos? So you can just go, like they had free pop at the casino. It's like, all right, go and get that, man. I'm going to go and play, get some free pop. I like that. Desolator says, check out my video on how to cheat at casinos. Jack, when you and your brother were 6, he won $500 on a $1 scratch ticket and you won nothing. There's a kick in the sack, huh, bro? That's crazy. That's crazy. Mad Cow, the same technique they use to clean drug money. Oh, well, give me drug money and I'll clean it into gambling money. Or whatever. I'll gamble it into clean money. Who's got drug money for Papa? I'll eat edibles right now. That name in the streams, doing drugs for money. I gotta get all drugged up and go buy a lottery ticket for tonight. Maybe even 2. Maybe even, no, let's not get crazy. Just 1. We'll get 1. We'll get a $5 Plinko. I'll go out and get a $5 Plinko when I'm getting my Barks root beer. All right? That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Oh, not at those casinos, Millmaster? Fair enough. Bino, Vintage Cubas on MTGO. Oh, nice. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Oh, yeah. Get some stretching in. Teabag that sack. Aerate your wombs. Black Magic, can you send edibles to Canada? Not legally, no. I mean, like, first of all, if you tried to mail them, then you'd be breaking the law in the States, right? Because it's like on the federal level, it's illegal, and it's in the mail federal, so you'd be committing a crime. And then it's against the rules. It's against the law, so no. Unfortunately, that won't work. The only way to get me edibles, I suppose, is to literally just go, here's some money, go to the dispensary and buy some. Because I can do that, right? They sell them. Nice. You go, oh, I get s'mores, chocolate, all kinds of crazy stuff. But nah. Now, if they didn't know, then they didn't know. But I don't know how sophisticated it is, and is it really worth it to violate the law for that kind of crap? Yeah. Who knows what kind of weird law you might run afoul of. And people have tried to send me things, not edibles, but people have tried to send me other things in the past, like just in Canada. And I got a letter from Canadian government going, hey, so this package you got sent, we opened it up and we took the ganja out, bro. So people aren't allowed to send you ganja. We put the rest of the stuff back in, and they just confiscated another package that was just ganja. So mailing that kind of stuff is a risk. The best way to get me edibles is to send money to my PayPal, because I get all the money and I get it all instantly, right? I mean, PayPal takes the tiniest little bit for processing, but it's right away. Super chats are awesome, but I gotta wait until like next month or like a month and a half, whatever it is, for Google to give me the money, versus like PayPal, where it's like boom, boom, straight to my bank, and PayPal's like, it's already on its way, buddy. It's like, thank you. It used to be they couldn't have any alcohol for the casino. Oh, yeah, I wasn't even thinking about alcoholic beverages. But yeah, I suppose there's more rules about that kind of stuff, right? What up, Diz? Hey, Theodore, how you doing, heavy metal man? See, I don't want anybody who wants to hook me up with stuff to ever get in trouble with their government or whatever else, because that would make me feel bad. I'd be like, oh, but he was trying to hook me up, and now I'm involved in this situation that led to him. Like, this wouldn't have happened otherwise. I feel bad. Black Magic, where's the PayPal info? It might be in the stream description. Let me take a look, because I've actually got it here. Okay, it's in the stream description, but be careful. There's two PayPal addresses. The top one is for the LGS. That's what you send to if you want, like me, to have store credit to get Magic or Lorcana or whatever stuff. The one below, the one below it. It's the one that's MTG purple. The one for Phoenix Rising is for the game store. That's specifically for it. And then this one is, oh, Ball Falcon. There you go. Ball Falcon's a hero. He just put it in. Thanks, buddy. Oh, that didn't. The wording. Bo Falcon's a hero. He just put it in. Thanks, buddy. Well, now, Bo, your dreams can come true. You can clip that. You can go and buy 2 hams, put them down on the table, and start fucking them to me saying that. If you ever get a letter from me, 3 words, lick the stamp. Start tripping. It's like, nah, I didn't put that on there, bro. You don't want to know what I put on there. Oh, God, it says snacks. I see it. It says snacks. Just a single word, snacks. Thanks. Thanks for the snack attack. Oh, it's crazy that the Canadian government literally just is like, yo, we opened your mail and took your stuff. It's like, damn it. You know what's funny is the first time somebody mailed me herb, they didn't do anything about it. Even the people at the post office knew. They're like, tell your friend who sent this to use a scent blocker next time. Use a scent blocker next time. And they did, and then it got caught, because I guess they have technology for scent blocking or whatever. But somebody else did find a way to vacuum seal it in multiple bags and mail it to me. Not really, because nobody's ever done anything illegal, but just imagine that happened and it worked. Clayton, what's going on with Lorcana? It's in mega frenzy mode right now, bro, but the big box stores are going to get it in a couple weeks, so the supply is going to balloon outwards, and everything's just going to go boop, boop. Wish I knew how to use this phone better for these notifications. Is this just like multiple notifications of the same thing? You get a PayPal, and then you get a notification from PayPal, and then you get an email from PayPal, and it's like, is that what it is? Oh no, it's Dubs. Oh, okay, hold on. All right. Okay, oh no. How do I get back to the stream from here? Beasley! All right. Thank you, gentlemen, for this snackage money, the infused snackage money. Beasley, yes, you did. Thank you, sir. You were the second one, and I'm not going to say the name of the other one because I don't wanna. Because it's just like, sometimes when I see a name, I think I know it's the person, and I'm like, yo, I think that's the name, and then they use it in the chat, and then other times I look at it and go, I don't want to accidentally say somebody's name out that I'm not supposed to, right? All right? So, thank you. I'm going to send it by drone. It won't get low, so try and grab as many as you go. Oh my god, it flies by. I'm like grabbing at gummy worms. Plaid says, gotta put it in a peanut butter jar. Buddy just put it in plastic bags. In plastic bags. So I guess we're going to be making a trip over to the old dispensary today and to the store to get some lottery plinkadinko. Plinko McDinko. Yeah, we'll try a hangman action tonight. That'll be fun. I like that idea. All right. Well, I just noticed the time. This stream has been going way longer than I thought it would. Usually breakfast streams don't last this long, but been having a nice chill time, and I didn't have anything that like immediately needed my attention. So I say let's wrap it up now. And yeah, if you're somehow watching this stream afterwards, I'll let you know. You can still send me snack money now. My watch buzzes in the middle of the day going, yo, I'm not going to cry about it. I'm going to love you even harder. So, see you guys tonight for the Plinkadinko Scratchity Datch chest stream or whatever. We'll do it over on the Historian, and then I'll re-upload it over here after it's done. All right? So, thanks for coming and hanging out. This has been a very fun stream, and I will see you guys later today. Peace out.